Y'all need to help Stephen Phillips out over there. Out the door and off the radio.
Here's Stephen Phillips.
All righty, folks, we're coming into you sideways with Wild Wednesday. Gary Chapman, hey, Buddy Rowe, what's going on?
I'm good. I need Harry to write me an essay on what gives him the right to sit behind a microphone in this fine establishment that you folks have there. I just need it. I need him to write that essay for me.
I think it's called the First Amendment.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah,
No, it's called what you're dealing with. There's a job. That's a job. Yeah.
Well, let me tell you something. He actually said before he left here that he'd been taking it upon himself to visit sick people in the hospital. Now that would be like adding fuel to the fire. Could you imagine being sick on your deathbed and Harry's the guy that shows up?
Is he praying for him?
I don't know. I don't want him praying for me. I don't know.
It helps them get out of the hospital faster because they want to get the heck out of there.
I bet they do. I bet they immediately. Yeah.
Either way.
I'm feeling better, Doc.
Just let me die.
Is that like a punishment? If you don't get better, Harry's coming back tomorrow.
That's right. Golly, I wouldn't know what to do. Hey, we got a new co-host been hanging out with us the last couple of days. His name is Stephen also, but he's a lawyer, so some of the words he uses.
Oh my gosh.
They have more than two syllables sometimes. I apologize in advance.
Wow. Yeah. Try to limit that, would you?
I'll dumb it down, man. I'll dumb it down.
Yeah, he's had 6 murder cases that actually the murder actually went to the electric chair. Yep, and was killed. So, of course, he was on the defense side of that. But.
Yeah, still, he was involved
because all the bankers I represented are all out there defending themselves against the electric chair.
Well, most of them should be probably.
Yeah, that's what he bragged. I sent 6 people to the electric chair, but he fails to tell everybody he was actually the defense attorney. So.
Well, they all deserved it, so
Oh man, they were giving Elon Musk, man, what's going on here with all this big beautiful bill? Elon Musk, really seriously, he seems like he's upset about this. Now, my question is, and of course I need to dig into it a little more, but I've got so much going on, it's hard to keep up with. Is this big beautiful bill that he's upset about is all the pork spending they've added to it? Or is this, there's a lot going on with that. What's y'all's take on this?
Well, I for one think that so it is a big beautiful bill, and there's a lot of spending in there that Congress couldn't cut yet because there's mandatory spending on things like entitlement programs like Medicare and Medicaid and Social Security and that kind of thing. But there is also discretionary spending, and most of his cuts are talking about discretionary spending, and that can be done with rescissions bills, right? So it's not out of the woods yet. Plus, the Senate can still, they can still take off some of those things that are there. Just because the House passed this one version of the big, beautiful bill doesn't mean that this is going to be the final version.
Oh, it won't be. Definitely not. No. Senators don't let anything go through their hands without them taking a bite of it. So, no, that's not it. They'll do something to it. I don't know that it's nearly what I would like. I think he's probably mad because he found all the corruption and they didn't go after any of it.
Well, I'm mad about that too.
Yeah, I'm a little mad about that.
Yeah.
I voted for them just to find it and then not do anything. That was actually
that was the plan. I just wanted to be aware. I wanted to be educated.
To know about it.
Yeah. Yes.
Welcome to the bureaucracy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This is how the bureaucracy.
Let the lawyers say that word.
Yeah. Let me say that for you, Pat. I got you back, buddy. Bureaucracy.
Yeah. Here, let me say it for you. Deep state.
State. 2 syllables. 2 syllables.
Y'all got to remember that Pat's back on the bottle. That's why he can't pronounce the names exactly right.
Here's another thing.
It was close.
I want Harry to sit down and do some mushrooms with me. I want to see where his head goes. Good grief.
Hey, Pat, Steven just made fun of you for pronouncing words incorrectly.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Point that out there.
You know what it caused me? It ruined my whole day.
Runt.
You got to do it right, you dang Yankee.
Runt.
Yeah, you have no idea. Yeah.
Ruined.
There you go.
And everybody said Elon's on drugs. There's another thing he's got. He's on drugs.
So the guy with drugs is on drugs has more sense than
exactly.
Gotcha.
No, he's an idiot. Everybody says on the Democrat side that he's an idiot. Elon
Boy,
Musk.
they loved him. They loved him a while back. Now he's stupid.
Well, they did
Amazing.
Trump too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you think Elon feels right now? I mean, he was a darling
Probably
of
pretty
the
good
left.
if he's on drugs.
There you go. There's your answer. Vast indifference. Yeah, no, but I mean, seriously, this guy was the darling of the left until he became the Doge guy. Then he was the darling of the right, and now everybody hates him.
I don't hate him. I don't hate anybody. Okay, I got a little bit of a list, but not him. He's not on it.
No, and that's the thing about it. Of course, he's got how many billions and trillions of dollars do he have?
Got a few.
At that point, it don't matter if you like him or not. He don't care.
No, he's
just
fine.
feeling bad. He just go buy him a Lamborghini. Oh, I feel so much better now. Yeah. Look, I've got ice cream. You can't afford it. You're
Want to lick? Psych.
Yeah.
That's got to be the funniest. Wasn't that Eddie Murphy did?
Yeah, that was Eddie Murphy.
Oh man, yeah. But what are you gonna do? All right, let's get to a break, man. I know. I follow Gary Chapman on all this stuff. He's upset about Lindsey Graham, man. I need to find out what your scoop is on Lindsey Graham, the great conservative Republican. Lindsey Graham.
Yeah, fine South Carolina man. Yeah.
Let's jump to a break. We'll see what's going on with that. Y'all don't want to go anywhere because I know Pat Malone is a huge Lindsey Graham fan. He thinks that he's one that votes both sides of the aisle, and he's doing things right. All righty, we're back with you. Rebel Boy says, I bet if Elon's on drugs, which I doubt it, but if he was, I bet he has the best of the best quality of them. Yeah. I think that's a true statement. Yeah. And we also got Rebel Boy. Pat sucks just like Lindsey Graham. Oh man. He's hot.
That's an insult there, Rebel Boy, man.
Yeah. And don't think we didn't catch it. We heard you.
We got it. Yeah. Who sent the Nang war pig? I'm gonna skip some of that. Lindsey to muck up the peace talks in Turkey. Surely not the White House. The White House send him over there?
Who? Graham?
Yeah.
No. No.
All right. What's your beef with Lindsey Graham, the great rhino?
Well, he is. That's all. That's all that needs to be said. I have much more respect for a straight up commie leftist that is telling me for real who he is than I do a guy like Lindsey Graham, who's a liar. He's just a liar.
Well, he is. I mean, it's 1 minute he's against Trump, next minute he's for Trump. Trump tries to help him, then he turns on him, and I don't. Man, he's just
he just blows in the wind, dude. Proverbs has some interesting things to say about people that do that. I will leave it to them. Y'all look it up.
What do you think, Pat? Do you like Lindsey Graham?
Yeah, I do.
I knew it.
Why?
That's my next question.
Because he looks at each thing individually and is not, I'm going to follow down the road.
Right.
What were the guys that ran off the cliff? I can't remember. The animals that ran off the cliff.
Oh, you're talking about that? What was it? Them two
lemmings. He's not one of the lemmings.
Oh, I was going with the demon-possessed pigs, but yeah, I hear you.
No, he's not one of the lemmings.
I think he counts. I think he counts every single dollar that he gets for the grifting that he has done to the American public over the decades. I think he counts every one of them. So yeah, he counts. He definitely counts.
Based on that, I guess you really don't like him.
I don't.
Grifting.
No.
Grifting. What an interesting word.
It is a great word, is it not?
Yeah.
And just for the record, it applies to probably many Republicans.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it does.
And Democrats.
Absolutely. This is not about. It's not about politics. It's not. It's about right and wrong.
Doesn't even matter. Democrats, we all know they're insane. It doesn't even matter.
Yeah,
really.
but they support each other like you would not believe, man.
No, that's true.
I mean, honestly,
we all know that they've lost it.
I mean, they're for transgender in sports. They're for everything against America. They're for not deporting.
I know, but what we're talking about is Lindsey Graham's supposed to be on your side,
Yeah.
So he's on Ukraine's side. He's on Ukraine and Israel and all the other. Yeah, but
who's your sponsor? I love that. Who's your sponsor? That's where it's at. Yeah, who's your sponsor? So we all know that.
And I think it was you, Steve, Smart Steve. Oh, sorry.
Smart
we,
Steve.
we have to start distinguishing you guys.
Yeah.
You know, some of your.
Well, now ask
Never
Steve.
mind.
Ask Steve a question. Don't ask me.
Yeah.
all the questions.
Never mind. We won't go there.
I'm here for you, Pat.
No, we talked about that though. It's like, why is he over in Ukraine and not in
North South Carolina? So, I mean, the subject we'd asked about why didn't he visit Western North Carolina when that wasn't his state?
It's like, well, it's not his state.
But he may as well, because I'm pretty sure Ukraine isn't his state either.
Is it? No.
I think it might be actually.
It might be a state.
Yeah. Well, it might be. It might be partially his. That's what I'm saying.
I think they get more money than any state at this point.
Probably.
Well, now here's something. That,
I think one of the things you're missing is he's on the Foreign Affairs Committee. So as a member of that committee, he's more interested in foreign affairs.
Yeah, I don't doubt that he has foreign affairs. I'm sure there's several guys over there he needs to visit occasionally.
Happy Wednesday to you.
he does
Hey, good to be here.
Yeah, he does kind of got a list, but we got Elon.
But I hate to disappoint you because South Carolina is going to send him back.
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah, absolutely. There's nobody with enough muscle to take him out.
But do you wish they would? I mean, if you feel that way,
There's no big push in the state to get
That's
rid
not
of
up to
Lindsey.
you, Pat. Then that's not up to that's up to Donald Trump. He's the only muscle that would make that possible.
Yeah.
that's true. That's
Well, now
true.
here's something else.
Well, then
Elon,
why did he beg for his endorsement? Why did your buddy Mitt Romney absolutely grovel for Donald Trump's endorsement? Why did they need to do?
When did Romney grovel for Trump's endorsement?
When he ran for Senate? That's the time. That's what we're talking about when he ran.
So we're
Remember
talking
that?
about 7 or 8 years ago when he ran for Senate, right?
Yeah.
How long's the Senate term?
And now that he's in there, he
Thought it was 6.
all of a sudden turns his back on him, and
But now here's
Well,
something.
it might not have anything to do with the fact that he's not running again, right?
Y'all were talking about
exactly.
Elon Musk
reason
is
for
talking
that.
about throwing some money towards all the against all these politicians that's
Yeah.
voting all this nonsense budget bill, waste money, and all that kind of stuff. And y'all were laughing about that. I don't think that was funny. I think if I was in the Senate or Congress or whatever, and I wasn't voting like I was supposed to vote the way the people of America wanted me to vote for the people of America, and Elon Musk said he's going to throw millions and no telling how much money on the opponent, I think I'd be a little worried about that. I don't know about y'all. What do y'all think?
Yeah, it would be definitely.
I don't know that you could make the
And-
statement that it's the way people of America want you to vote.
Well,
Because
now
half the people in America want you to vote the way he's voting.
Well, I think
It may not be the way you want it.
I think it was 20% of America wanted him to
Yeah,
vote.
There you go.
Yeah, it was not half. No.
Because we got like 92% of the media is against Trump and anything conservative. They talk about none of that stuff. And I think you're wrong. And America went for Trump. They won't change.
I thought it was 93.5 or
Well-
93 6/10.
Close enough, whatever it is, it's all negative on Trump.
It's going up. I know that. So
And his approval rating is what? It's not bad at all. And everybody keeps talking about all that stuff. And they say what they want to, but the economy seems like it's doing pretty good. I mean, we got gas prices down, all this stuff's down. They can't figure out why the fentanyl has stopped down. I mean, the fentanyl has quit. It's slowed down to a trickle, and they can't figure it out. CNN and all them, they're like, what happened? What happened? Yeah. We can't report that the border's closed and the fentanyl's not coming back across.
We figured out yesterday, Gary, that the border being closed actually has something to do with the border being closed.
no, I don't think so. Yeah, that'd be crazy.
We came to that conclusion yesterday.
Yeah.
That was Smart Steve here when you did that?
Yes.
Because
Okay. He navigated.
Now,
I'm here every day.
I see how you do it.
You're nice, Stephen.
Oh, am I not?
Yeah,
You're blessed your heart, Stephen.
Yeah, just because he sent 6 guys to the chair don't mean he's smart.
I thought you said it was 10.
10, whatever it is. Yeah, whatever it is. So I don't know. I reckon we're gonna talk about this right quick. I think this is hilarious. They got a man caught scaling. I like the way that it scale. Am I saying that right?
You're saying it right, but
Yeah,
isn't that what you do to a fish after you catch it?
What I'm thinking. Mar-a-Lago Wall wanted to marry Trump's granddaughter and spread the gospel.
Seems like a reasonable idea to me. Good grief. Yeah. Have you seen her? She's gorgeous.
But he's probably going to rob him, and he got busted. He's like, no, I'm here to
No.
I mean, that's how I proposed to my ex-wife. I broke into my father-in-law's house, and he caught me, and I'm looking for your daughter. And then 17 years later, we got divorced. That's how it works.
Yeah, I'm here to spread the gospel. Let's all bow our heads for prayer while they close their eyes. I'm out the back door, man. Yeah, you have to hand it to him though. Yep. Oh, how about common sense, Stephen? There we go. Smart Stephen and common sense, Stephen. There you go. That'll work.
Which is which?
Where's that at? Is that
Where is common sense?
Emergency notes there. I'm gonna leave that up where everybody can see it. Yeah, leave that.
No,
up.
it's saying common sense, Stephen.
Oh, is that what that says?
There's a comma in there.
Punctuation's important.
I don't see no punctuation.
That's the problem. There should be a comma after sense.
Yeah, I'm terrible at writing stuff like that. So I just put commas and periods and all that stuff at the end of the sentence or whatever I've wrote, and they can put them where they want to go. Yeah.
And 3 exclamation points.
A few of them and some of them quotation marks. You got to have quotation marks. Yeah. I'm here to marry your granddaughter and spread the gospel. Yeah. He's probably a good guy. Would you not think?
I'd kind of like to talk to him. I would. I bet he's an interesting guy.
Oh Lord, we got this illegal alien that actually they call it a firebomb, but I guess it was a Molotov cocktail.
Molotov cocktail.
Yeah, up there. I reckon I think last night, I'm not sure, but I think they deported his whole family. I think he had like 5 or 6 kids, wife and all that. And I took some, what do you call it? Anyway, I had people talking hateful to me on the internet because I couldn't understand why nobody had a gun. And y'all were like, it's Colorado. So, man, I've got all kinds. It's Colorado. I understand now. Y'all have brought me to the light. But I could not understand why nobody didn't have a gun when all this is going on. It could have been stopped quick.
Yeah, I mean, Colorado. Go ahead.
This depends on where you go in Colorado. Trust me. I've got lots of friends in Colorado with lots of guns, but yeah, if you're in any kind of metropolitan area, there's no guns.
Yeah. I was gonna say Colorado is a constitutional carry state, but it depends on whether you're going to carry it or not.
I don't know all this controversy. Say that again.
Constitutional carry.
There you go. Yeah. I don't give a rip. I'm sorry. I'm one of them kind of guys gonna carry a gun regardless. You know what I'm thinking? I'm. They say, okay, if you get caught with a gun, then you're going to have a fine. You're going to have this. But if you get caught without a gun, you might be dead. That's kind of my theory on
that fine is kind of small potatoes at that point, isn't it?
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah.
Well, the phrase constitutional carry is first of all, redundant.
It is.
It's there. It's there. Right. You don't have to. Yeah.
But don't worry, we got old Barney Fife over here with old reliable. I don't care. I carry my gun.
Check this out. Rebel Boy says, I love Gary Days. Pat stays quiet. And it sounds so peaceful and like a real radio show.
That doesn't.
That's mean.
That doesn't say quiet. It says quit.
Quit. It don't matter. I swear, I'm quiet. Close enough. Oh, he's got to make himself sound smart by correcting their punctuation.
No, well.
That's a snappy.
Now there's quiet.
Yes.
I just think he said we're almost like a real
quiet.
almost like a real radio show.
Yeah.
You almost have a real radio show.
I'm trying. We got smart Steve here.
Well, no, it's gonna just descend us down in the depths.
Yeah. I don't know all the stuff in the world you could do. Why would you want to be a lawyer?
I have no idea.
There's no lawyers in heaven, right?
Yeah. Well, my dad's there, but he did the same kind of law I did. I always tell people I wasn't that kind of lawyer. I wasn't one of those.
One of
those
I don't know
what
guys.
That means, but everyone seems to accept it. So
yeah, you're gonna have to explain that to me. That kind of lawyer.
I can't. I would just say that, and people would either accept it or I'd walk away.
So in other words, you help people for free. What you did?
No.
Well, it wasn't for free.
Better to be judged by 12 than carried by 6. There you go. Yep. I'm with you.
Yeah, amen.
Lord have mercy. I reckon, hey man, did you go that big? Kid Rock's opening another bar up there in Nashville, and I seen that Benny Johnson was actually there for the grand opening. Did you go by and see all riff
I
raff.
did no. That would involve going to downtown Nashville.
Yeah,
No.
I'm with you on that one.
And you know that vehicle, I'm telling you, that's it's exactly like one that has been in the Hall of Fame for years. I guess he just had one made, but there's one that I think it was Webb Pierce, one of those old
Yeah, I think it was
country
Webb
guys.
Pierce. I was trying to remember which one it was.
Amazing vehicle, incredible thing, and this one is an homage, we'll say, to that one. But yeah, that's cool. I like it. I like a car with a lot of guns.
Yeah, if y'all don't know what we're talking about, I think it's Webb Pierce. They actually built a car for him, and it had guns for the door handles, and they had guns all over. Back when you could have guns, and people didn't think nothing about it. I even think it had like silver dollars or something in the seats.
All over a saddle. There's a saddle covered with silver dollars in there.
Yeah. We need to build you one of them, Gary. That's what you need. We'll build you.
I'm going to send you a picture of a saddle covered with, what's the word? I may need a lawyer's help on this.
Hey, lawyer.
Swarovski. There's a particular
Swarovski crystals, sure.
Yeah, this thing is covered in those. It's a friend of mine that made this thing, and it's gonna wind up permanently in the lobby of the Grand Ole Opry. It's this whole. You just have to see it. I'm going to send you the picture. You'll freak when you see this thing.
Yeah,
yeah.
Cover with Swarovski crystals. That sounds comfortable to sit on.
Yeah, it'd be awesome to ride, wouldn't it? Yeah. Yeah, let's take out across the desert naked on that thing.
Well, you went there. You went there.
I was just going to leave that to people's imagination, man. You just went right in there.
Oh, man. Yeah, I know. I tried all that cowboy and stuff, man. You know, everybody won't be a cowboy, and I got me a horse. Good Lord mercy.
Man, I just found out last night. I've got a really good friend. He's a former professional bull rider. He landed on his head and lost part of his skull and decided to quit that.
But good idea.
He just got a job yesterday. Some guy, this whole thing about, having really good grass-fed meat, there's a real market for that because people don't trust a lot of the stuff that's in the stores these days. This is 1,000. They're starting with 1,000 head of cattle on a big chunk of dirt in West Texas, which you need because there's not much grass out there. But he's running the whole thing. So we have a standing invitation to go out and be cowboys anytime we'd like. Let's go.
I mean,
I used to ride a whole lot. I haven't in a bit, but I do love it. I do. Yeah.
I don't know. I had me a couple of horses and I rode and fell off and bucked off, and I'm like, I don't need this. And then I found out that John Wayne didn't even like horses, and I'm like, if I didn't know Dad, I never even bought a horse to begin with. He's a boat guy. I'm all about.
You'll love this. That lady that made the crystal saddle thing, her husband, they just moved up here from Texas. Her husband has the 1911 pistol that John Wayne used in every war movie he made.
Really?
It is the coolest thing.
That would be awesome.
Very, very cool.
That is really cool.
Yeah, that would be awesome to see.
He's got lots of guns. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I love it. I'm with you on that. Hey, listen, if you get during the breaks, text me that picture and I'll see if I can get it where everybody can see. And let's watch it on YouTube. So let's take a quick break and get back and see what else is going on. We got Gary Chapman, singer songwriter, all the way from he's not quite in Nashville, but he's on the outskirts of Nashville where all the rich people live. Yeah,
that's it. That's where I live.
Yeah, that's where he's at with it. He can't miss it. He's got the two
Lamborghinis. Three Lamborghinis, and then 3 old pieces of crap truck in the backyard.
Yeah, but I'm trying to get them. I'm just waiting.
I know.
I'm waiting on you. So. Are we back? I guess we are. I was sitting there trying to get all that done. Good. We're back. Packy's trying to get the pictures now. So
there you go. Boom.
There you go. There they are. All right. Where's the other one? I sent you to 3.
I didn't get another one yet. Hang on.
And what is this made out of now?
Swarovski crystals.
What is Swarovski crystals?
It's a crystal. Sold by a store called Swarovski.
That's it. There you go.
You're really smart.
I went to law school to learn that.
Yep. You're the smart Steve in the room. Oh,
6 guys died making him that smart.
Oh Lord, here we go. He keeps uploading them. I reckon Michael Moore has rewrote the Pledge of Allegiance. Did y'all hear this?
Yeah.
Huh?
You see, he was pledging allegiance to.
I got it here somewhere. I can't remember which one I done it on.
There's Gary.
Oh, look at Gary. Look at them purty legs.
I like that keyboard thing on that. Says that a blanket?
No, that's part of it. That's part of the
That's
crystal.
the saddle? Man, they get me that.
Wow.
No, I'm kidding. I
Can
don't know.
you,
what that
never
is.
make me one?
Yeah, no. I think that settles.
How'd that get in there?
No, tell her it's for the
150.
smart Steve.
There you go. There's the one I wanted you to show.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay,
I wasn't supposed to show that one.
No, that is Trace Adkins' dog.
Really?
That's awesome.
That's
Trace
That's
it.
a nasty looking dog.
Trace Atkins has that itty bitty dog.
It's so funny until you see Trace Adkins. Until you see Trace Adkins walking down an aisle in Home Depot with that dog on a leash, you have not lived. It's awesome. Dog's name is Gary Busey, and honestly, he looks a lot
He
like
does.
it. He does.
He looks like Gary Busey.
Yeah.
Oh my Lord. I love
No,
Gary. Yeah.
Trace's wife is in business with the lady that did the saddle. They're opening a store down at 12 South. It's not quite downtown Nashville, so I might go see it. It's called La Dara. Her name is Dara, Dara. So, yeah, she designs all kinds of just jewelry pieces and all kinds of stuff. Like if you see somebody on the red carpet at the CMA Awards, that belt buckle they've got on, she made it. Yeah.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
cool. Yeah. Ain't no doubt. I'm just still trying to take in that little bitty dog with Trace Atkins. I just kinda-
Does it have like a really high pitched voice too? So when he's like, "Hey, Trace Atkins,"
Exactly. Yeah.
I love the name, but I'm thinking he should have like a German Shepherd or something. You
No.
know? I mean,
Great
No,
Dane.
It's the contrast that makes it work. It's incredible.
you know, it's so sad though. You know, Paul Thorne, I know Paul Thorne, and we were talking, and this has been a couple of years ago, but he's like, dude, a hawk just flew through my yard and got my dog. This is no joke. So-
Wow.
Wow. Did he get the dog back?
No,
Oh
it's
my
gone.
God.
He said, this is no joke, because you never know what he's going to say. But yeah, he
Well,
said, yeah.
when a hawk flies down and gets your dog, you just need a bigger dog.
That's what
all.
I'm thinking.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not a dog. That's an hors d'oeuvre.
Yeah, I felt kind of sorry for him, so I don't know. But yeah, he has rewritten the Pledge of Allegiance. This guy, let's see, I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic we fight for, one nation under God Almighty, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all true patriots. I stand for the Bible, the Constitution. No, that's mine.
Yeah, I was gonna say that ain't it.
That's mine.
Because he pledged allegiance to a one world
I
nation.
pledge allegiance to the people of the United States of America and to the Democrats democracy, which we all stand, one person, one vote, one nation, part of one world, everyone a seat at the table, everyone a slice of pie, with liberty and justice, equality and kindness, and the pursuit of happiness for all.
Brevity is not his strength, is it?
A slice of pie.
Wow.
We get a
Yeah,
slice of pie.
I believe he got a slice of Elon's mushrooms myself. That's ridiculous. Yeah.
This guy's an idiot, is he not?
He
Yeah.
is.
You just coming to that conclusion?
Well,
Yeah.
I'm just confirming that everybody in the radio station on this almost radio show, we all agree that he's an idiot.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I ain't pledging allegiance to a one world nation.
No,
No,
not doing that. Never,
No.
actually. No.
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 He was an idiot when he did that thing about GM, Roger and me.
Roger,
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I can't say I've had the pleasure of watching any of his.
I don't know if
films.
y'all like Cash Patel, but I like Cash Patel, and he's saying that there is actually a threat to national security after 2 Chinese nationalists was charged Tuesday with allegedly smuggling a dangerous biological pathogen into the U.S.
Yeah.
to study at the University of Michigan. Now that
Yeah.
should, we done did this with COVID. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
This should kind of wake you up a little bit. And we've got all these sleeper cells now. It's like that guy that threw the Molly Pop cocktail. They call them sleeper cells or whatever you want to call them, but radicalized, or we call them idiots, that's around the country because all these million people come across the border. And then we got them sneaking in these pathogens. I
Mhm.
mean, that ought to kind of scare you just a little bit. You know what I think?
Yeah, this is an agro-terrorism agent, they're calling it. I mean, so this
Right.
affects like our food supply, like our wheat, or barley
Yes.
or rice.
Yes, yes.
You mean beer supply? You just said
Well,
wheat and barley.
you oats, yeah, a little
It'll
corn,
get,
or
it'll
rice.
get in there. It'll get
Yeah.
in there.
Yeah, this is what's going on.
Yeah, we don't need foreigners polluting our food supply. We're good at that ourselves.
Well, and at the same time, you've got Katie Hobbs over in Arizona. She just vetoed a bill that limited Chinese land ownership near U.S. military bases.
I know.
What's going on with that? So you get the Chinese military that builds something near our U.S. military base. Something just happened this past weekend where an enemy of a country like planted things in buildings right next to their military installations, and for the cost of like $2,000 per drone, they did how many $1 billion worth of damage to their? I'm talking about Operation Spiderweb with Ukraine versus Russia. I mean,
40% of their long range bombers.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Well, Lindsey told him to do it, so they did it. I get that. This is the way it works.
Well, and that's fine, but it's not fine. But apparently Governor Hobbs in Arizona wants that to happen here.
Wow.
I'm against any foreign.
Wait a minute. Didn't the law apply to Arizona only? Why would it happen here?
That's America.
Because it's here in America, in Arizona.
It's in Arizona. Yeah,
Arizona
and
is
the
not
people of
America.
Arizona elected that lady as their governor.
Okay, so we can get
So
China can.
I
move
don't
in.
know why that.
Well, the
I don't
reason
know
is
why that
the reason
bothers people.
The reason it
Chinese-
matters. Go ahead, bud.
Go ahead, Gary.
There you go.
The reason it matters to me in Tennessee, and the reason it should matter to you wherever you live, those drones, it was 3,000 miles they shipped those things to get them close enough to do the damage they've done. And until we get rid of the interstate system, that same thing could happen in this country very, very easily. Very easily. So
Okay.
yeah, I'm concerned.
All right, but the law only prohibited the buying property close to a military installation, right? Didn't say the
Yeah, they could-
interstates.
Well,
Yeah.
I will say proudly that Tennessee is the only state that absolutely prohibits Chinese ownership of dirt. We don't have a square inch of dirt in this state owned by the Chinese. No.
Georgia does. I know they got Korean down there. They got a battery plant.
Wait a minute, don't you have Smithfield meat plants in Tennessee? Of course you do.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
Double check.
you do.
Double check that for me,
Yeah.
Packy. I don't think so.
Packy, you the man with the GP Chat 3000. Get on that. I don't think that they should own
That
land
doesn't.
in America. Period. I mean, that's just
No.
my stance on it.
No.
I mean, honestly.
Let's go buy some Chinese land. What are we going to do with it?
Yeah, how's that going to work out for us?
I don't
Why
think they're
would you
going to sell
want
it.
to?
I don't think they're going to sell it. Well, it would be an act of retribution against them. But yeah, no, I was joking, Pat. It was sarcasm. Sorry.
Okay, all right.
Sorry, Pat. Yeah, don't get your feathers in the uproar.
Missed that one.
Sorry.
Hey, we got one more thing I got to do before we get to the break and give something away. Pete Hegseth, y'all was talking about this, has ordered the renaming of the U.S. Navy ship named after San Francisco gay rights activist Harvey Milk. Harvey Milk. Now, I don't care either way, but I just don't think I'd want to be on a battleship named Harvey Milk. You know, it just got the same ring as John Wayne.
It was a silly thing when they named it in the first place. I'm glad he did it. It is pretty coincidental, I guess, that he did it at the start of Pride Month, which, by the way, cannot wait for Gluttony Month. It's going to be fun.
Yeah. It ain't gluttony if you can hold it down, is what I say. I don't see it. Last year and the year that Biden's, this Pride thing was big. Every time you've seen something out there, it had some kind of Pride Month on it. Even all of the big corporations even changed their logo to the rainbow flag and all that. I don't see that this year.
Well, they lost a lot of their funding. You gotta pay to have those flags.
Right.
Yeah.
So I don't see much of that. And I think it's a lot of folks are saying we're doing this for Veterans Month and that kind of thing, which is, I'm all for it. But yeah, I don't see a lot of that. But it's about 10 till we got to take a break, and what we're going to give away, Packy?
Hey, let's give away some.
S&S Smoothies and 10 Roofs bring you the next part of the show.
That's where I was going with that, man. Let's do that.
Can we get Gary to get us a Gary, can you get us a question for the question.
No. That makes Pat mad when I do that.
All he does is he just does president's questions. Everybody wore out with president. Maybe a Pride Month question. How about that, Pat?
There you go. Go with that. Do that.
We don't do Pride Month anymore.
Oh, we don't? Is that done?
No.
All
No.
right. Somebody get us a
Mercy
question.
I got a question. Scottish Festival is this weekend. I got a Scottish question.
Oh, I like that.
Speaking of men in dresses, right?
There you go.
That is going to be a lot of fun. I'm
That is
actually
gonna
going
be
to
a
go
lot
to
of
that.
Be careful. You
The
get
island
killed.
game.
You get
What?
killed over
Island
there.
game.
Oh, I thought you was talking about the
No,
Sesame
not
Street
the Ses-
drag queen thing they got posted
No.
up here. Oh, I'm going to that. Pat.
When the drag queens read the things, you know what I'm saying? They go and like do the readings of the thing. You know what I'm talking about? Why do they always read it to kids? How come they never read it to like elderly people in nursing homes or anything? Why is it always the kids? I'm just wondering.
Because they don't need to indoctrinate the elderly.
That's true.
Oh,
They're
is that
about gone.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're almost gone. They don't need that. Yeah.
I don't know. You know, we went to Vegas one time and they had this big gay pride parade while we were out there, and all them people that worked out there said, look, whether you're for it or against it, you need to go watch this because it is just mind-boggling. You need to go see it. And I debated on it, but then I got to thinking, sure as I go, there's going to be a news camera from Atlanta, and they're going to show me. They're going to show me standing there watching this.
local award-winning radio.
Yes.
Near radio.
Almost
Mom.
show host.
Almost show host.
Hey, Pat, we're gonna throw in some Scottish Festival wristbands too. Some passes
nice.
to the show included with your S&S Smoothies or Tin Roof gift certificate. Sorry, Robin Campbell, it's a kilt, not a dress. I agree. It's a lot of fun. Scottish Festival is this weekend. They moved it from Blairsville to Hiawassee now. So check that out. That's coming up this weekend. We got a gift certificate for you and some passes if you can get this trivia question right.
All right. We'll be back.
We're making it easy this morning. What's the capital of Scotland?
What's the
First caller gets it. There you go.
go.
Got it.
Any caller gets it. We don't care at this point. We're just begging for callers. We'll be back on the other side. All righty, we're back with you. We're all back with you. There's Gary Chapman, singer-songwriter from Nashville, Tennessee. And we have a caller. Who we got, Patrick?
Hey, we have an Englishman. Our show just got a lot more sophisticated. English Nick.
English Nick.
Yes, very nice. Good morning, gentlemen, and Pat.
How are you doing this morning, man?
Oh, I'm fine as frogs here.
Yeah. So you're from England?
Well, I was many years ago.
Yeah. Now you gonna be deported, or you over here legally?
Yeah, I am a U.S. citizen, and I'm already on my second passport.
That's standing.
Yeah. Were you Democrat or Republican?
Oh, man, I am MAGA through and through.
Oh, now you're talking. Now you're talking. All right. So what was the question, Pat?
Capital of Scotland.
Well, the capital of Scotland will, of course, be Edinburgh.
Yes.
Edinburgh.
How did I know you were going to know the answer to that?
So how do you like them Scottish people?
About as much as they like the English.
You don't like the English?
I wish every Scotsman what he would wish me.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
I'll live over there. I don't know.
And what is that?
Are you ready for someone?
I don't think you want to answer that.
It's not pretty.
Yeah. All right. Well, we got you, brother. We got you. Well, how does he win, Pat?
Hey, I've got the passes for you here at the station. You can swing by and pick those up. And I've got the gift certificate here for you, too. So come and see me.
Super duper.
Hey, do you have a T-shirt? Do you have a Morning Dish T-shirt
I do
yet?
not have a T-shirt.
Well, we get you one now. You deserve one.
Now, where you live in Blairsville, Murphy, or where you live at?
Marble.
Marble. Okay. Yeah, Marble. That works. So what kind of work did you do when you got over here?
Say James Bond. Say James
you
Bond.
really want to know? I was
James
morning
Bond.
co-host at a station out on the coast.
Really?
Cool.
Yes, really.
I hear they're looking for more co-hosts here at this show.
Yeah.
Almost a show.
Almost sure. All right, man. We appreciate you calling.
All right, you have a good day.
Thanks, mate.
Hey, I got to get to the Mule House. Gary's wide open with that. Who we got this coming up this month, brother?
Gordon Kennedy and Win Varble. Unbelievable. That's going to be this one. I mean, you were at the last one, and you're going to kick yourself for missing this one. These guys are both, well, they're brilliant. More importantly, they're so stinking funny.
Yeah.
It'll be, yeah. Win Varble is fearless and brilliant. There's no telling what he will say. Never, ever.
Well, there's no telling what you're going to say. So
I know. So there you go. No, it'll be a good one. It'll be a really good one. I'm looking forward to it.
What date is that running on?
It's June 27th. It's always the last Friday in the month, whatever that is. Yeah.
Well, y'all get a chance to go. We drive up there. We've been up there twice, and so far I have not been disappointed whatsoever. It is so much fun, and the last one was over the top, man. And what's the guy that sung the song in the middle with the?
Oh, Chris Wallen.
Yeah, he's got some. I'd love to get a copy of that one song he's got. Absolutely, it's not out loud.
Shuck another man's corn.
Yeah, either one of them. I don't care, but that was so much fun.
You're the
Jack.
Yeah.
Screwed up my town. That's the one.
My one horse town. Yeah,
I'm with you on that. Gary, man, I know it's a lot for you to come on here, busy as you are, but we sure do appreciate you, man.
It's all good. I like Wednesdays. I have fun.
Yeah.
Thank y'all.
So anyway, y'all go follow him on Facebook, Gary Chapman, singer, songwriter. He's on Instagram. You can get all the stuff, and I'm sure you'll be entertained. So hopefully we'll be back tomorrow.
Good to meet you, Smart Steve.
Good to meet you, Gary.
Yeah, Smart Steve. Work on that.
About time we got one.